Awards.
Oh, it doesn't.
A rec center.
Okay. First one it wants to. So
You ready,
I have to
Esther?
I know, but I would say it would be toward.
You ready?
And it was corrected to toward.
We will call to order the Logan Municipal Council meeting for Tuesday, February 17th. And we will start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. And we're going to have Russ Hawley, our new Community Development Director, lead us in the pledge.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Please stand if able and remove hats. And repeat.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Russ. Before we dive into our agenda, Mayor Anderson has a short.
Oh, yes. It is Chinese Lunar New Year, and so I have some friends who are Chinese, and they are awesome. And I just wanted to say, Xin Yang Kuai Lu Kung Si Fa Tai. Happy New Year. It's my attempt. That's my attempt at Chinese. Yes, Happy New Year, and may your business prosper and make you lots of money is what that means. I think that's pretty important in Chinese culture. So, yeah, for some reason. So, I thought that would be fun to throw that out there.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks for giving me 30 seconds.
Oh, of course, of course. We will now move to our acceptance of the minutes and approval of the agenda for this evening. And while council members are looking at that, I do want to let the public know that we do have Katie, who's attending virtually. So if you hear a voice from the sky, it is Katie. And thanks for being there.
It's me.
And because of that, we will do all of our votes as a roll call vote.
There have been many corrections in the minutes, and I will accept the minutes as corrected and the agenda for this evening. I make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. We'll do a roll call vote. Melissa?
Aye.
Ernesto?
Aye.
Katie?
Aye.
Jeannie?
Aye.
Mike? Aye. We have accepted the minutes and approved the agenda. Our 2026 regular meeting schedule is the first and third Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. And our next meeting will be March 3rd, which I believe is after daylight savings, isn't it? No, just before. Just before. I love daylight savings. Just like one of my favorite days of the year. And sunset goes
In the
back
spring.
over.
Yeah. Would you like to spring ahead?
I like spring. We'll now move to questions and comments for the mayor and council. This is the time for the public to come and bring any questions or concerns or comments they have for the mayor or the city council. We do ask that you state your name and your city of residence and keep your comments to 3 minutes or less, and keep your comments to something that is within the purview of the mayor or the council. But with that, I will open the microphone, and the time is the public's.
Hi, my name is Gail Hansen. I live in Logan. There is a documentary on Netflix called Join or Die, but that's really negative, and that's just not my vibe. It's based on a book called Bowling Alone, which is less negative because it's not join or die. But these items talk about the increasing isolation in culture all over the world. Bowling Alone was written in the early 2000s, but the pandemic, divisive politics have made it even worse. The author, Putnam, investigated a thing that had happened in Italy. Italy didn't have anything between, any organizational structure between cities and the national government for a long time, a long, long time. And they instituted another layer of government, and they found that he used this as his data set. There were some organizations, some local states that had really good civic participation and some that didn't. Well, we're doing pretty good today. And he found that the difference was social cohesiveness that could be predicted by participation in things like bowling, in a bowling league, where you see the same people week after week, month after month. Not only does it make a difference to civic participation, but it also makes a difference in mortality. You will die young if you don't see people, if you don't develop relationships. So me and two of my friends, Mary and Bess, who we just made friends because we went to the Our Community meeting, have decided to sponsor an event on February the 28th. It's like the library's community fair that they used to have. So we've invited everybody we can think of to set up a table. So far we have 18 people. And we're going to invite everybody in the community to come February 28th from 11 to 1:30. I hope to see you there.
Thanks for the invite.
Where will that be?
At the library?
No, thank you. Yeah. Brewer Hall, Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
I would have been at the library.
There's a flyer.
Will you send me the flyer?
Yes.
Oh,
I think somebody did already.
Nice.
I've seen it for some reason.
email me. Thank you, Josh.
My name is Josh Mahler. I'm from Logan. Today is a pretty solemn day. Today we lost Jesse Jackson, civil rights leader. And yeah, so I've never done this before, but if it would be appropriate, a moment of silence for him. I don't know how long he's going for. That works. Maybe about 10 seconds, so. Okay. I did have something written down, but I didn't think it was appropriate for today because of the loss. But I do want to reach out. I don't know if you guys are following the state legislation, what's going on there. And we have a rising star following John Arthur from District 41. He was allocated to his position this year. He assumed office in December 8th of last year, sorry. Teacher of the year for 2021. Impressive guy. If you guys aren't following him, really encourage you to follow him because he's doing something that I love to see every politician do. He's, I mean, a rising star. So that's pretty much all I got to say for today. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Linda Johnson, and I live in Logan, and this is becoming a thing. You know, makes me feel good. So I'm really glad that our community council offers a public hearing period and that you guys always reflect on the things that you hear. I liked what Gail said, and I think that's a good thing to involve community. It sort of reflects my comment last time about increased recreation, and I'd like to see a little bit more money put into that because community is important, and I think all of you guys definitely work towards that and try to find ways to do it. And it's always difficult, but I think any extra that we can put into that is really, truly important. Beyond that, I was thinking, we had the storm last night, and I've noticed several times it's very difficult to see the road lines, and I know it's like 20 times as expensive to get the really highly reflective stuff. I am not sure if that is in Logan's budget as a smaller town, but I know we have a lot of car crashes, especially in inclement weather, and I do think that it's difficult sometimes to see that. And I know that so I would advocate that we at least do some sort of a study to see if it's feasible to put that on some of, especially the higher traffic roads. I know Main Street tends to have pretty decent lighting, but a lot of the other roads don't. And sometimes when you have the lighting, it just reflects and you just get a blanket of the lights and you can't actually see the lines very well as you're driving. So that's something that I would be interested in seeing a study, if one hasn't been done recently, on the feasibility of switching over to painting those streets that way.
I'll pass that on to Public Works. I know they have studied that before.
I'm sure they have, just a,
And many of the problem
Yeah.
roads are state roads, so we don't have any
They don't have any
control
control
over
over
them.
those, yeah.
yeah.
I'll pass that on to
But we
Paul.
can't tell you.
Yeah.
In addition, I guess on some of the residential roads, there doesn't seem to be very much lighting, and I know that we have a lot of deer that like to come down from the mountains. And I live on Mountain Road, which is quite dark going up it, and I know a lot of the other streets are similarly like that, and I'm wondering if there's any way we could do like extra solar lighting or things like that that would help light the roads and even the sidewalks for people, but something that would just provide a little extra visibility so people have a little more warning of deer and other, really anything at night that might, people walking dogs and not wearing reflective gear or whatever. So I think just general visibility, especially at nighttime, to help increase safety, I would love to see some study or something, just look into that. Even if it requires a little extra money, I think it would be well worth it. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda.
Seeing no one else, we will close our public question and comment section. We'll move on to our mayor and staff reports. Mayor Anderson?
Russ, there we go. Awesome. So Logan City's been working on our America 250 celebration, and I wanted to present that to the council and to the public tonight. And I'm quite excited about what we've got planned. So Russ, next slide, please. Oh, that's the mission. We're gonna skip the mission. Right there we go. We have 3 pillars to our plan, and pillars are education, engagement and service, and inspiration. And for education, we've got some great lecture series and some movies planned at the Logan Library. So once a month, we'll have a lecture. We'll be participating with Utah State University professors, either in political science or in history, and they will be working on various topics to share with the community on history and persona and events and local government, things that might be significant. And there will be a lecture every month. And we've got movies twice a month for adults and also for children. And that's through June, July, and August. So we've got some great things happening at the library for our education portion. But we'll also be, go to the next one, we'll also be starting our resident academy this fall. And so our resident academy will be available for residents to participate in, to learn about local government. And so you get to learn about the police department and the fire department and public works and the very entertaining environmental department, to get to go play at the wastewater treatment facility and possibly at the landfill and possibly at the compost facility, also known as the farm. So we've got some great opportunities for you to learn. And so it's going to be probably twice a month for 3 to 4 months, and if you get to participate, because I think we're going to have enough people that want to do it, we might have to limit it, that this will be a great opportunity to learn about the city, how it works from the inside out. So we'll be talking more about it as we get closer to the fall. We're working on the syllabus and the curriculum as we speak. So next step. For service, we're going to set a goal for our city employees, not as a city, but for the employees, to serve 75,000 hours this year. And so that is in their neighborhood, in their community, in their church, in their favorite nonprofit charitable organization, or here in the city, or in Cache County, or in the state, wherever they want to serve. I don't care where they serve. We just want to encourage everyone to get out and serve. And so we're going to set a goal. We've got a tracker that the employees are going to be able to contribute their hours to anonymously, or if they want to share experiences, that's what we're looking for. We want to share great experiences that people are having. But we're shooting for 75,000 hours this year to serve in our communities. And so this is a big goal, but we think we can actually meet it. We're also going to try and plant 250 trees for our 250th anniversary celebration. And what I would love to see is our community match our 250 trees. So we're going to try and encourage businesses and residents to participate, but we're going to set aside enough money for 250 2 to 3 inch caliper trees, and in October we're going to have some big planting events. We're going to get out there and we're going to add to our urban forest, but 500 sounds better than 250 to me. So we're hoping to get some matches from the community and get out there and plant some trees. This is my favorite component, and this is how we're going to inspire ourselves. We're going to let our kids do it. And so my kids inspire me. I've got some kids that are amazing, and they're doing some awesome things, and they inspire me. So I'm hoping that our students at Mount Logan Middle School, at Logan High, and at USU can inspire us. So we've joined with USU and with Logan City Schools, and we're going to put up 9 grants for $500 each. 3 to the middle school, 3 to the high school, 3 to the university. And you can apply for these grants. They're for $500, and the idea is to dream big and execute small. And so we're gonna show people that you can do a lot in your community with $500. So the goal is, here's $500. What can you do to make a difference in your community with $500? You don't have to have $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 to do a project that's going to make a difference. You can do it with 500. And I think our kids can inspire us to do this. And so the application and guide is going to be on Logan City's website. We've got a page built for our America 250 celebration, and you can get the application on there. We're going to have a QR code as well too, where you can scan it and it'll take you there. Grab the application, fill it out, make a video, send that in. That can be your application as well too. And then we're going to go through and we're going to find the 9 greatest opportunities to serve and make a difference in our community. I want to look at some of these applications and go, that is awesome. That is a really cool project. I want to be inspired, and I want to see our kids out doing amazing things, and I know they can do it. So we've got $500 grants that we're going to give out to our students and hope that they can inspire us to do better. So we've got some other things happening as well too. So we've got some good events coming up. During July, there's a lot of great events. So we've got tons of things happening on July 3rd. So we've got concerts and we've got activities at Lob Plaza and at the Willow Park, and we'll be having fireworks, and we're hoping to partner with some businesses and do some things downtown as well that same day. And the cruise-in is going on that weekend as well too. So that could be a really, really, really fun weekend. Bigger fireworks, more of them. Should be a lot of fun. I know some people don't love fireworks, but it's okay.
Sitting right here.
We're gonna make it so you don't have to go to Willow Park to watch the fireworks.
Oh, good. That means you're going to put more boom to it.
There's gonna be more boom to it.
So those of us who live by Willow Park.
So July 4th, we're gonna have some concerts at Lob Plaza. I'm sure there'll be other things going on. And then our usual array of amazing activities on Pioneer Day as well too. So we're trying to go all out here at the city and do some really unique and fun, different things to engage our community, get you out participating in your neighborhood, get you out participating with the people that serve you, and hopefully we can serve together, because that's how you build communities. You serve together, you eat together, you play together, you have fun together, you work together, and that's how you build communities. So we're gonna work on that. I heard Gail say, let's build some community. I heard Linda say, let's build some community. Let's build some community. It's going to take all of us, but we've got some really fun things. You don't have to do it all. Pick one thing that you really like and do it with your family. Bring your friends. It's way more fun to do it with more people than it is to do it by yourself. So here's some opportunities we're trying to create as a city for you to make a difference, to feel like you're doing something, and to do it with a bunch of other people. And hopefully we'll learn more about each other and learn that we all do have a lot in common, and this is a great way for us to do it. So I'm super excited about what we've got for Logan City. We've got a logo that we've been working on, and we're partnering with the state, we're partnering with the county, and excited about what we have to offer this year for America 250. So there you go. And that's going to take you right to the webpage where the application is. So we're going to circulate some videos through the high school and through the middle school and hopefully at USU. And hopefully our media friends are going to share all this information as well too, so that the whole community knows about it as well. So thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mayor Anderson. We will now move to council business, and we'll start with Jeannie with a Planning Commission update.
Planning Commission reviewed 3 different asks of the council, I guess that's what I would call it. The first one was the Zollinger Complex. It was a construction of 3 warehouse buildings totaling 35,000 square feet at 1430 North, 800 West in the Industrial Park Zone. So it met all the zoning requirements, and the only request was for a minor change in setback for some parking along the street. And then the next one was Jed Willits, and they were requesting a down zone of a 0.22 acre parcel at 1354 North, 200 West from mixed residential medium back to mixed residential low. This is a piece of property that has a long history between Planning Commission and City Council, and it has gone up and down a few times because they wanted to build something that would complete a group of townhomes that was not allowed under one zone, but had been allowed under the zone when the other ones were built. And so we accommodated that possibility, and we hope, since we've done it 3 times, isn't it 3? Russ?
I think it's 3.
Yeah, I think it's 3. We hope that this time they're actually going to build the other building and be done. And the last one is Mapleview subdivision rezone request that we will hear in workshop probably next meeting, and we will hear in public. So I won't say much more than that about that.
Thank you, Jeannie. We'll now move to council announcements, which is the time if any of you have anything important to share. I do know Katie texted me before the meeting and she has something that she'd like to share, so we'll let her go first, if that's okay, Katie.
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I attended my first Cache Valley Center for the Arts meeting, and it was really informative. The board was asked to think about ways to ensure that the center is maximizing its relevance and impact on the community. It was a very rich discussion. We were looking at ticket sales and attendance for all kinds of productions, and one thing I walked away with is knowing that they're doing really well in response to what they're offering, with a wide range of offerings that they provide to the community. One thing for the general public that people may not realize is that the city owns and manages the facility that Cache Valley Center for the Arts operates out of, and the Center for the Arts is a separate nonprofit who operates that facility. They also book their own touring productions, but they rent the space for touring and local production. So they have to balance a lot of different users for their facilities in addition to the classes to provide a lot of different options to the community. So that's my report for Cache Valley Center for the Arts board meeting. And then I also had a public art advisory board meeting. You will see this summer a completed mural that goes around the Willow Park Sports Complex Central Building that was approved, and the artist has been working on the final renderings for that. So the library children's area has an extension of the mural that was originally created, and that was privately funded, and that is in progress. And then there's also a proposal to for the community development block grant application to support 4 bus stops in the downtown area to create murals on those. And those would be 2 for artists and 2 for high school students to design potentially if that's awarded. So that's something that will come to council, I think maybe next month for consideration. And then lastly, there's a forestry board meeting later this week that I'll be attending. And that's it.
Thank you, Katie. Anything else from any other council members that they would like to share at this time? Okay, I'll just share one quick thing. I know I shared this last week, but there is why am I not seeing it on my calendar now? Do I have it on my calendar the right day, Ross Holly? Is our Wilson, it's not Wilson.
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest.
This Thursday.
It's this Thursday. That's why I'm looking past it on the calendar. This Thursday, 7 p.m.
6:30.
6:30. Thank you. There is a Hillcrest neighborhood meeting this Thursday at 6:30. And that is a general plan review for the Hillcrest area and anyone else in the city who would like to come and a chance to give some input on the general plan draft.
Our last 2 meetings have been very productive. We've gotten great feedback from our residents, and it's super important that you weigh in.
And it's not just for the Hillcrest neighborhood.
it's for
This is for, because they haven't done it for every neighborhood. So this is for anybody who hasn't been to one.
They're just doing 3 throughout the city. Yep. So if you would like to get involved in the general plan, Hillcrest Elementary School, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Thanks for clarifying for me, Russ. And with that, we will close our council business and move to action items. And our first one is ordinance 26-05. And Amy, do you want to give us a relatively succinct rundown since we did this 2 weeks ago?
I will, I'd love to.
We're going to hit that 6:30 time tonight,
That's right.
if we can.
Although I had a 30-minute presentation prepared.
Well, can you make it 3?
This could be a short meeting.
But yes, I can.
Thank you.
Okay. Auctioneer voice?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, so we have ordinance 2604, Logan Crossroads rezone located at 790 and 796 South Main. The request to rezone 2 parcels equaling 4.54 acres from commercial to mixed use. It is currently commercial. Our FLUP calls out commercial, but you can see that the surrounding have been recently changed in the last few years to mixed use. So there's 2 parcels. You can kind of see this one right here. I didn't outline. There used to be a house on that. It was taken down. This other one had various construction businesses on it. No formal development plans were submitted with this request. Although they did give me an idea of what they're thinking, but I'll get to that in a minute. So there's differences between commercial and mixed use. Some of the main ones here, commercial, retail service, hospitality versus mixed use is integrated live, work, play environment. Commercial has prohibited ground floor living where mixed use is permitted. Ground floor commercial needs to be 80% in commercial, 50% in mixed use. Max building height in commercial is 40 versus 58 to 70 in mixed use. Front setback 10 versus 0 to 10. And then transparency is 30% in commercial on ground floor frontage, and mixed use is 50%. So this is from the applicant. They own these 3 parcels, and they are working currently with. So this red is the between Providence and Logan City. They're already working with Providence City to create this road right here that will connect to 465 North. And they would like to use it all in the same kind of development, like one grand development. This is our UDOT's potential draft X or Y to our X, which would go through the mixed use that's above it. And they've already talked with UDOT and have had preliminary conversations with UDOT, and they say that UDOT is supportive with working with Logan City to connect this road that they want to build to their connection here, pending however this design ends up being. This is very preliminary. Nobody go home and think this is what is actually going to happen, but it might. Or it might not. It could change.
Probably will.
Probably will. So,
10 times.
So one of the big things, so a con for changing it to mixed use is that it's possibly less commercial, and the city receives more sales tax revenue with commercial, more than residential. But they will have more of a commercial presence up here than they would have had said if what was entitled here through Planning Commission, if it had come through, there was a road that was going to come down, and it was going to be residential and then just commercial right here. So, any questions?
So there'll have to be more commercial on street facing than there would have been otherwise. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
so the commercial would have just had to been here, but it's possibly, depending on what happens with this land, it could be possible that there might be more commercial needing to be here.
They could all get designated as collectors, and if that's the case, then they have to do 50%.
Yeah, with the road going through, there would need to be commercial facing the road also.
Okay.
Good question.
Any other questions for Amy? Great. This is a public hearing, so we'll open up for public comment. If you care to comment on this item on resolution ordinance 26- why do you always get calls at the most inconvenient time? Ordinance 26-05. You're welcome to come to the microphone, state your name and city of residence, and take 3 minutes or less and share your thoughts with us. Time is now yours. Mad rush for the microphone. We will close the public hearing and bring it back to the council for further discussion and/or a motion or action.
I will say there was a lot of discussion about this at Planning Commission about the fact that having the combination of housing and commercial was a better use of the property than strictly commercial would have been. They felt it was a good location for some more dense housing that would be in the gateway to Logan. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that.
I think my only hesitation I have is just all the possible road changes in the area, but I know they've worked with UDOT or working with UDOT. And I've spoken to a few planning commission members and they've shared similar thoughts, Jeannie. And I just think there's a lot up in the air, but I also think it's not like they have a project they're trying to approve at this very moment either.
So if nobody else has anything to say, I will move we approve ordinance 26-05.
We have a motion.
I'll second the motion.
And it's been seconded. Katie, before I call the vote, I just want to make sure you're still there and don't have any comments.
I'm still here, no comments.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second. We will do a roll call vote. Jeannie?
Aye.
Ernesto?
Aye.
Katie?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
And Mike? Aye. Resolution 26-05 passes. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
We'll now move to resolution 26-05.
Yep. If you can cue that up for me, Russ, I appreciate your help tonight. Thank you.
bet.
It's been amazing. So during our mayor and council retreat in January, we worked a mission statement, which we thought would be very helpful for the city moving forward. And we've gone through executive committee and we've gone back to the council, and this is what we've come up with. So Logan City improves the quality of life for the community by providing essential services that promote safety, well-being, and long-term sustainability, and preserves the city's distinctive character through respectful, equitable, and transparent governance. This is a mission statement we'd like to use in the city for all of our employees, for all of our departments, but it could be used as members of the community as well too. We'd love to see our community adopt this as well as the city. But today we have a resolution to formally adopt this as the city's mission statement. and we've submitted it to our general plan firm, and they're going to add it with the general plan too. Isn't that right, Russ? They're going to add that into the general plan.
Yes, they will.
Because they've given us a full page of mission, which is a little hard to remember. And so we tried to boil it down into one sentence that you could actually remember with the qualities and the values that we discussed as a council during our retreat. So this is one of the most important things we worked on during our retreat, because it helped us kind of get a feel for where we wanted to go as a council and as a mayor. So it was very productive, and thanks to council for helping put this together. Yeah.
So this is not a public hearing, correct?
It is not, no.
Okay.
Any questions, thoughts, comments, discussion from the council with Mayor Anderson?
It's pretty much what we came up with in January. So
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
You had
a lot since
plenty
then.
of opportunities to comment. We've just tweaked it just a little bit. Russ added in the part about distinctive character, which I thought was an excellent addition. And I love it. So I think we'll adopt it and send it through all departments, and it's going to go on my wall in my office and in the conference room, and hopefully in a lot of other places as well too. So yeah.
Well, if there's no other comments, I will add my comment that I really enjoyed the time we spent working on this and going back and forth, and the changes that have come from staff and the executive team as well. And I think it does a very good job of encapsulating what we try to do here in the city.
Yeah. There's so many more things that the city does, but
how do you put it in one sentence?
this is something that when something comes to us as a city, we can look at it and go, okay, does this decision fit with our mission? And we can analyze it and say, yes, it does. Or we can say, no, this actually kind of diverges from our mission. Maybe we should look at it again and see how we can change that. So it really does give us some direction when we're making decisions and how it's going to shape our community. So, yeah.
I also think with so many opinions that we have, it was remarkable that we could narrow it down to have something this short.
It's a lot harder to come up with one sentence than it is to come up with
Yes.
5 sentences. So, yeah.
And there was a lot of discussion
There was plenty of discussion.
specific terms that we wanted to use
But
or did not want to
it was
use.
such a productive discussion,
It was.
though. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. And I felt like when I left there, I knew what council wanted. And then that helps me shape decisions with our staff. So it's very, very helpful as a mayor. So.
And I liked hearing from other council members of, this is a word that really is important to me. And I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily knew that word was.
We were nitpicking words.
We were nitpicking words.
Nitpicking words.
And I really appreciate that discussion of, that's top of mind for that individual and worth remembering.
I think every one of those keywords up there got scrutinized
A lot.
10 times.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Well,
Do we have to motion on this?
we do have a motion, yes. Well, we do have an action here.
Yeah.
We do need a motion.
We do need it is an action item.
I will motion to approve Resolution 26-05, the new mission statement for the City of Logan.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. We'll do a roll call vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Jeannie?
Aye.
Katie?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Ernesto?
Aye.
And myself? Aye. Resolution 26-05 passes. Thank you, Mayor
Thank you.
Anderson, and thank you,
Thank you.
Russ.
Couldn't do it without you all.
I think it was a worthwhile discussion, use of time.
That's great.
We have one final action item today, and that is Resolution 26-04. And I'll turn time over to Mr. Richard Anderson to run us through this one.
Two rather unique requests, for both of them to pull from reserves in order to accomplish two separate things. First is a request to appropriate $410,166 from the electric fund toward a line truck replacement. This truck is available now. Typically, we'd be asking for these funds in the fiscal year 27 budget, which is the next budget. But as the truck is available and meets our needs, we're requesting to appropriate these from reserves with the understanding that in the fiscal year 27 budget, there'd be a a request to build up reserves for the equivalent, if not more amount. Next is a request to appropriate $470,520 from our golf course fund for the purchase of 72 new golf carts. Our current carts, we have 60 carts under lease, and that lease expires next month. Well, let's see, I think beginning of April-ish.
Can we get carts that quick?
We can.
Okay.
Probably not with flames, but.
Yeah, no flames.
I want the planes and spinners.
So Rich, what is
sound
our, I mean, I can go look it up, but what is our usual income per season on rentals of golf carts?
Can't remember exactly, I think it's 360,000.
So it's way more than half the cost of them.
Yeah. I mean, there are other costs associated. There's charging them, there's taking care of them, there's the maintenance, there's people to clean them and get them ready for the next group to come in. So there are a lot of other costs associated with it, not to mention the actual cost of the clubhouse and all the infrastructure there for charging, all the capital costs. But nonetheless, yes, it's a significant revenue source to us.
Right, it's a significant, and they usually, our past contracts have been for 5 years?
Four-ish.
Four years? I couldn't remember. And so this will enable us to recoup the cost, put that back into reserves so that when these are done, available for resale to less driving communities. I remember down in Arizona, there was a golf cart store. I was like, why? And then I went around and I found out why. But so then we'll be able to resell them, so we'll have the reserves to put forward.
But the resale value, if they had flames,
Would be higher. It would be
No, it
higher,
would
for
not,
sure.
because they would take the flames
Didn't we
off.
calculate, Rich, that our return on investment was about 2 years, a little bit less? Yeah. Which is hard to beat. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, so it'll pay it back, and then we'll actually have some to buy new ones the next time, so.
So with, there are positives and negatives. With leasing, it's not our problem, it's their problem, but at the end of the lease, the carts also belong to them. There are also interest costs and some other advantages or that's a disadvantage, but there are other advantages to leasing. With buying, I think the biggest advantage is we have ultimate flexibility. If it so happens that next year, there is a great opportunity for us to take advantage of turning over these, buying something else, or even going into a lease, we have all the flexibility to do that. Our current plan is to hold these for 3 years. But if it makes sense to turn them over in 2, we'll come back to council and request it at that time. If it makes sense to hold on to them for 4 years, we can do that. And if we absolutely needed to stretch it to 5, we could probably do that as well. So there's a lot of flexibility with owning, not to mention just being in control of our, whatever it is, our ultimate desire.
Our golf destiny.
Our ultimate desires. Our
Now, we
ultimate
will-
desires.
You will see in the 27 budget, so in the past you saw a line item for the lease payments.
Correct.
What you'll see here is a line item for putting money toward reserves for future purchase of golf carts in the approximate amount of $100,000.
Okay.
Cool.
Anticipate what you'll see. Right now, we have a line item for, I think, 85. So you'll see that. The lease payment is approximately 85. The payment back will be approximately 100.
Okay, thank you.
If that makes sense.
Do we know where are these manufactured?
Georgia.
The place where golf goes. Isn't
That's the place where golf starts.
Isn't that where the big tournaments are? in Georgia?
Masters.
Yeah.
Have we ever considered carts with the GPS and done a cost analysis on that versus?
These will have it in there.
Oh, they will?
Yeah.
Bummer.
Also have what's called.
Come up to the mic, Jeff.
Called geofencing for Randy's purposes, where he can fence off areas on the golf course where he doesn't want people to go.
But that's where my balls are.
But it's a nice, he'll learn
It's a
as
very
he goes
nice
along too, because he'll probably get a little bit narrow when he starts and he'll kind of broaden it as he goes along. But it's really great for us to maintain cart value and the shape of the carts by keeping them out of areas that.
Oh, he can geofence them just to the road?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, yeah. You can be.
And if you try and go into that area, you stop and you have to back out.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Very
great
I'll tell
idea.
you what to do, so.
But it's overall like a savings for the course,
Oh,
right?
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
And like Rich said, with the buying part of it, you have the option for, the residual value, whatever year you decide to sell them, the earlier you sell them, you're gonna get more back out of them. Sure. The fifth year part would be a little bit tough with the lithium, with the lead acid batteries, because sometimes you can't get that much out of them. We've got 4 out of these, and they're all running okay right now, the ones we're gonna get rid of, so.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
April.
Yeah, mid-April probably. Yeah, talking to I think we're gonna go with gray and darker gray for the body and a lighter gray seat with a black top. Look pretty cool.
Nice.
Racing red.
So we may be bringing back a request to increase once these come in with the GPS and the geofencing. It's a little nicer car, a little better experience. So we'll see.
Why do you need GPS on a golf course?
So you know exactly how far it is to the hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is
You already know that just by
Very
the
Center of the
helpful.
green, it's super, and you get
very-
But it also gives you guys
front,
access.
back, and hazard.
You know where
Pace-
everyone is, and
pace of
pace of
play.
play,
Pace
and
of
where
play.
people are, and
Who
where your
used the
holdup
cart, where
is.
the cart is, you can explain.
you can
to
tell I
somebody.
don't golf.
You can explain to somebody a lot easier when they're slow by showing them they were slow on the screen.
And can't you pop it up on the screen of like,
Yeah, you can
golf
take them
faster,
right in and
Mike,
say, this
stop
is-
losing balls.
This is the gap you guys were at.
Right.
I'm not trying to be bad at or critical of you, you're just slow.
Slower than everyone else.
Exactly.
Come take a lesson.
And then they'll say, because you geofenced me, I can't go find my balls.
Hit your
Well,
ball
some of those,
straight.
it'd be pretty, you could still go find it, you just couldn't find it with your car.
With your
You'd have to
car,
walk in.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that takes more time.
It's like skiing out of bounds.
Yeah, you gotta walk out there.
You understand that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jeff.
thanks.
Any other questions for Jeff or Rich? This is an action item. Do we have a motion?
Is it public hearing?
Public hearing.
Very.
This is a public hearing. From anyone from the public who would wish to comment on this, you're welcome to come to the microphone, state your name, and take 3 minutes or less. And the time is the public's. Thank you, Jeannie. Are you guys coming up?
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Has a public hearing
Yeah.
passed already?
No?
For which?
No, the public hearing's right now.
No,
About the
what-
public comment or the public hearing on the golf course?
The public hearing on the golf course is right now.
The public comment is already passed on general things.
General, yes.
Is this regarding the golf carts?
Or the line trip.
No? Can we talk to you in 10 minutes when we close the meeting? Is that okay? Perfect. Okay. Seeing no one else come to discuss Resolution 26-04, I will close the public hearing and bring it back to the council.
I move we approve Resolution 26-04.
My second.
We have a motion and a second. We'll do a roll call vote. Katie, do you want to go first?
Aye.
Ernesto?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Jeannie?
Aye.
And Mike? Aye. Resolution 26-04 passes. That is all of our action items for the evening. We don't have any workshop items. Are there any other considerations? Would you? Workshop items.
No, that's up to you.
I know, but should we do it for another? Is it okay?
It's totally up to you.
If there's not any other considerations, I'm going to open a brief public hearing, if that's okay with everyone else, and we will give you guys 3 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yep. Time is yours for 3 minutes.
I'm not ready for this, but hey.
You're okay.
Let's get on.
If you'll just state your name for the record. Help us out.
And yeah, well, you.
Is this,
I'm Jorge. You know, I buy the body in cases like 3 years ago in the Window Park. But I have too many problems for renew the contract every year, you know, and Russ all the time give me too many excuses for not giving me the permit. And I know what happened, you know, what is the reason the guy not give me the permit, only I need what happened, you know, and I don't know what, you know, what happened when and the body case, I don't know what is the problem for renew the contract, you know. And this year, Russ told me it's not possible to renew anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if you know what happened.
I don't know why, no.
If I
Ernesto,
may,
yes, Ernesto.
I've actually spoken with Mr. Jorge and with both Russ Aquina about the matter. My understanding of the situation is it's a bit complicated as to what led the city to not want to renew the contract. There's quite a few details to go.
Sure.
Yeah. Entonces, como yo le dije por teléfono, el departamento no quiso renovar el contrato por varias razones. Y si quiere, ahorita podemos hablar, pero yo ya hablé con el señor Aquina también y él está buscando algo más acerca del abogado para poder contestar una de mis preguntas que yo le hice.
Ok, pero entonces definitivamente no van a renovar el contrato.
La intención del departamento es de no renovar el contrato.
Es no renovarlo.
Esa es la intención. Pero ahorita podemos hablar, si quieren.
Ok.
Porque 3 minutos no nos va a alcanzar para hablar de todos los detalles.
Ok, está bien. Ok, thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ernesto. With that, we'll close our other
Can we
public.
talk about what was discussed? Or
Sure, I'm going to close the public hearing.
My recommendation would be talk to Russ Aquina because he's got the details, and it is, like Ernesto said, it's complicated. There's some reasons why we can't do it anymore. Yeah, unfortunately.
all right.
I love the batting cages, but
Talk to
talk
Russ
with
if you have
Russ.
more questions.
Yeah.
Let's bring back up.
Or else I can have him reach out to you if you'd like.
Hey, Mike, maybe Ernesto, if you could give us a brief summary of what was said, so
For the record,
for the record, so
Ernesto.
people understand Spanish.
Very,
Please translate, Ernesto.
very brief summary is that Mr. Jorge bought this business from another individual. The individual apparently, I don't know if misinformed him, but the perception that he had is that the city would indefinitely renew the contract of having the batting cages. So that was one first thing to point out, that as with any contract, it's always up to the two parties to agree to renew or not renew. So first thing. Second thing is that there were multiple issues that came up that would keep the batting cages from opening on regular schedules during the season, which at times would create challenges for the Department of Parks and Rec, because the company that was operating it was not able to operate it all the time. Some of the issues have been addressed, but because of the ongoing inconsistency, the city has determined that it's in its best interest to not renew the contract now that it's up for renewal. And he was informed about this decision within the timeline that the contract outlines that it needs to happen. So that's my understanding of what's going on. I don't know if there's anything else that.
That's good.
Thank you, Ernesto.
Thanks, Ernesto.
Welcome.
Are there any other considerations for the council before we adjourn? We're adjourned.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.